Hello and welcome. So today we're going to be replacing the battery in this iPod Nano 1st gen. And now this is probably the easiest battery replacement in all of the iPod Nanos. It will still require soldering, however it won't require even a screwdriver. Literally all we got to do is pop off this back cover and then the battery's just right there. So this won't take very long at all, although yeah, you will still need a soldering iron. So let's get into it. So first things first, to take off this back cover, all we got to do is get something like a box cutter blade, and we can simply just go in between the gap, in between the metal and the plastic, and just pry it off like so. So it's just held on with metal clips all around the device. Alright, there we go. And yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So the battery's just right here and the solder joint's under that little bit of Captain tape. So we can put the back half over to the side for now. Just remove this little bit of Captain tape here. Like so. And we can also pry that battery up at this stage as well. So just get something like the iPod opening tool and pry it up. It is adhered down a little bit. But yeah, here is our replacement battery. There we go. So now over to the soldering iron, and I will desolder this battery and put the new one in. Alright, so first what we want to do is just apply some flux to our solder joints here. This will just help the solder flow better as we desolder it. And just like so. And something I like to do these days is just desolder the existing solder and replace it entirely. So what I'll do next is take some of this solder wick and we'll just fully remove the old solder here. You don't want to use too much flux because it could drip behind the screen and cause a mark on your backlight. So just use an appropriate amount, I guess. Apply some new solder like so. And yeah, then we can grab our new battery and just make sure to put these wires in the same order that they were before, otherwise obviously it's not going to work. So white first. Then red. And then black. And there we go. Clean up a bit of that flux as well, just with a cotton bud and a light bit of alcohol. Again, not using too much alcohol just because we don't want to get anything behind the LCD. There we go, so now we've got our new battery installed. Before we go ahead and put the back cover back on, now's a good time to just test it. So just click any button to turn it on, and it should boot up here. And there we go. So now's a good time to just test out all the buttons, as well as our headphone jack. Just make sure we're getting audio out of the thing. So just plug some headphones in here and make sure our music plays. Not sure you'll be able to hear it, these songs are pretty quiet. There you go. So this iPod is now fully working. And yeah, before we go ahead and put the back cover back on, it'd be a good thing to tuck these wires down to the side here. Usually where the BMS is in the battery, there's a bit of dead space, so that's where we can tuck our wires. And you could also go ahead and put a bit of Kapton tape over the solder joints as well, although they probably won't short out on anything back here. This does have that black tape to prevent any shorts as well. There we go. Alright, yeah, before we put this back cover back on, you just want to check all these clips around the side that none of them have bent out of place, because that can happen when you open it up. And if they have, you want to grab something like a little pair of tweezers and just bend them all back down. Yeah, and if you don't do that step, then the back cover may not sit on properly. So just make sure these are all sitting in a good position, and it can sort of flex it back as well if it's been pried out, but it probably hasn't been. You don't really bend it all that much when taking it off. So yeah, now we can just go ahead and clip this back on. So before we do that, you just want to make sure that the lock switch is in the same position as it is on the logic board. So as we've got there, it's both in the unlocked position at the moment, because if it's not in the same position, well, it's obviously not going to work. But yeah, just go ahead and snap that shut, and there we go. We've got our new battery installed in our iPod Nano 1st Gen in a very short period of time. Maybe not even 5 minutes. Well, it's probably been a bit longer than that since I've been filming it, but yeah. Anyways, at this stage I would just plug it in and leave it to fully charge before I start using it, because the batteries generally come around half charged from the factory, because that's the best amount of charge for them to be stored for long periods of time. But at this stage I'm also just going to go ahead and wipe down the device as well, because yeah, these things can get pretty dirty over the years, and if you just give them a wipe down with isopropyl alcohol, it can make them look a lot better. As you can see, it's getting pretty brown. Alright, there we go. Yeah, so now I'll just plug this thing in and leave it to charge. So, if you want to replace the battery in your iPod Nano 1st Gen, I'll have links to buy all the parts down in the description. And if you can't really be bothered with the soldering, I'll also have links to book a mail-in repair if you want to send it in and get me to have a go at doing it for you. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Hope to see you next time, and bye.